Hello boys and girls, how are we doing? Are we well? Jolly good. Happy Homebrew Wednesday. Not much going on this week. I say that every week, but I mean it this week. The most exciting thing that's happened this week is me getting my hair cut. So that just gives you some idea as to the zany, sort of wonderful, interesting, windswept life I have. But yeah, you know, it is what it is at the moment. Thank you to the people that have asked me about how the job front is going. There's stuff potentially happening in the background, but it's out of my hands at the moment. It's something I have no control over, so hopefully that will work out. It's just a bit of a waiting game. Contracts need to be signed by external parties, nothing to do with me, and hopefully that'll all work out in the next week or so and I'll hear some good news. If not, it's pretty much business as usual for me, really. It's just you know, looking for work and trying to get something. I've had a few interviews in the last 2 to 3 weeks. One was a contract role, which I don't think I'm going to get because they want someone with other skills as well as the skills that they were looking for, which seems to be par for the course nowadays. They're not just happy getting someone with a particular skill set, they want to find someone who's got a little bit of that and a little bit of that as well, which makes it difficult for the likes of me, because although I could perhaps put my put my fingers into any pie, really, given the opportunity, it doesn't always work out like that way. They'd rather get someone in who's got a little bit of A and a little bit of B and a little bit of C, and it's frustrating as hell. However, you know, I'm still here. Things are happening. Hopefully I'll have some good news in the near future. If not, then we'll just limp on and do the best we can. Regards to brewing, you probably heard it just now, the fridge kicked off there. The Mexican cerveza that I started 3 weeks ago now, it's still in there. I'm leaving it in there for about 4 weeks, to be honest, and then I'll rack it. I'll probably leave it at a higher temperature, maybe for a couple of days, to get a diacetyl rest. Is that the right word? You know what I mean. And then I'll stick it back down to the cold temperatures, 6 degrees, somewhere there or thereabouts, and we'll let it lager up probably for another 4 weeks. So towards the end of October, early November time, I'll be bottling that. This week I shall be bottling. Oh, I bashed my finger then on the table, that hurt. This week I shall be bottling the winter warmer, the Geordie winter warmer. Nothing special with that. I added a kilo of brew enhancer, and also I might have thrown in a little bit of extra sugar, but I dry hopped some East Kent Goldings in there for 3 or 4 days because I could. I had some lying around and I wanted to just put, you know, use them up really, because you know, they don't last forever, and I thought, you know, that'd be as good as anything to throw in there, just to give it a little bit something extra. Hopefully that will be all right and that will turn out nice, and I'll be able to taste it come the end of October, because as you folks may know, I'm doing the sober for October thing. I haven't had a drink since last Saturday now. Although people have bought golden tickets, I've used them up, and I've stated now that during the course of October, even if people buy me golden tickets, which would be great, because it means that a guaranteed 15 quid goes to the charity. Not me, I don't get anything out of it, of course. It means that yeah, they'll get some money that they wouldn't have otherwise got. But even if people do buy me golden tickets, I'm not going to be using the golden tickets as an opportunity to have a drink. I'm going to be off the sauce for a minimum of 4 weeks. I've already started. I started last Sunday, because on Saturday's cast you all saw me have my last few beers before the challenge. Apologise again for the, I don't know why I'm apologising, it's not my fault, the problems with Vaughnlive. in the last, ever since Saturday really, in the last sort of few days or so, it's been up and down like a whore with 200 quid in her hand. You know, it's just been ridiculous. I know they're trying to fix the problems, and it is a free service, so we can't complain too much. But those that were in the cast and those were waving at me and letting me know you were still there, thank you for popping in. At one point we would have featured cast, but then we had all these connection issues and things, and it all went a little bit wrong after that. But I know the guys there are working really hard to try and resolve some of these issues, so you know, let's give them a break and let them get on with it, and hopefully this coming weekend we'll be in a better position where we can do a cast that isn't interrupted in some way, shape or form by chat rooms going down or videos being choppy and all that other bollocks that seems to be causing problems at the moment. They're getting a lot of DOS attacks as well, so they've got a lot on their plates, to be honest, and they're not a commercial organisation. This is just a guy who runs it from as a hobby really, so we can't complain too much. And of course it's not a service that we pay for, it's free, so you know, it could be worse, couldn't it? We could be losing money on it, and then I guess we'd probably have a right to complain then, wouldn't we, because we're paying for a service. But in this instance of course we're not. So what else is going on in Brewland? Obviously not very much now. I'm probably not going to be doing any brewing until the end of October. The brews I'm doing now, obviously the Mexican Cerveza in the beer fridge, that one is a long-term job because I'm lagering it rather than just doing it at your bog standard 24 degrees. That one's going to be, you know, take about 2 months from beginning to end. And I'm guessing we probably won't be able to taste much difference in it because it's a light beer anyway. But you know, I've got some Mexican Cervezas left in the shed to compare it with, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave those Mexican Cervezas in the shed so that once I've bottled that Mexican Cerveza, we'll do a like for like. So I'll do a taste test on here from a Mexican Cerveza that has been brewed, you know, using our temperatures, and we'll do a taste test on that one, which is obviously going to be brewed and lagered at the lager temperatures, and we'll see if there's any discernible difference. I'm not expecting there to be any massive differences between the two, but we won't know till we try it. So, you know, and I've used a Mexican yeast in there as well, so I don't know, we'll see what happens. I don't know why I'm shouting, why am I shouting at you? We'll see what happens. What else is going on? Well, beer now. Yes, I'm sending out some beer to Mark. Right, Mark, how you doing? Mark joins us in the cast every week. He's a good lad, and he's just started doing his Homebrew Wednesday videos on here. So shout out to Mark. I'm sending him 3 bottles. A bottle of the Oi Oi Lakey Bloke Bitter Ale. Now, if you look at I said Mark again then. Mick. There's too many M's. Too many M's, folks. Mick, Mr. Flatbeer. If you look at his videos recently, he's done a quick review on the Oi Oi Lakey Bloke Bitter Ale, which he found a little bit too sweet. But that's understandable because I deliberately made it sweeter than it would have been otherwise, because I'm not really into bitter. He also did a review on the Cascarillo, I believe, which he really liked, and I really like. It's one of my favourites. So I'm going to be sending the Bitter Ale, the Cascarillo, and I also managed to squeeze in 1 more bottle into this box that I found lying around in my conservatory of doom. I managed to just about squeeze it in, literally. Hopefully it won't explode when he receives it. That will be the Chubby Cherub, which is also another ale that I've done, and I like that one too. They're all different in their own way, and I like them for different reasons. But yeah, hopefully Mark, you'll enjoy them. I'm sure you'll tell me otherwise. And you know, it's free beer in it, so even if you don't matter, does it? What else have I got to say this week? Nothing really. This Saturday, of course, is the cast. It's going to be a sober cast. Oh, Roy Lake doing a sober cast. That means he's not going to fall asleep in his chair. That means he's not going to get angry at 1 o'clock in the morning if someone fucked him off. that means it's just going to be normal. Well, it's not, because, you know, it's me, innit? It's never going to be normal, is it? So yeah, hopefully you'll join us. I might start a little bit early this week, folks, because my family are away on Saturday afternoon. And I might kick off about 5 o'clock. We'll see how we go. But, you know, hopefully you'll be able to join us. Again, links down below for everyone I've spoken about today, and the cast, of course. Thanks for watching the YouTube videos, really appreciate it, and for joining the Turbo Cider group on Facebook. We've had some really good activity on there in the past few weeks, for over 300 people on there now. To your subscribers on YouTube, someone reminded me a couple of weeks ago, it was Christian BrewBear actually, so thanks Christian, that I've got over 300 subscribers on here too. Since then it's gone up even more. I think the last count was 329, but you know what it's like, sometimes people unsubscribe and some people subscribe, so over 300. I'm very happy with that, particularly when, you know, I haven't really got very much to say like this week and we're just having a bit of a ramble. So if you haven't already subscribed, there's a button down here, just click the button and yeah, it'll be good. Same with the cast, folks. If you join the Lakey Bloke cast at the weekend, there is a subscribe button, so just press the button down, and hopefully if Vaughn's working, you'll get an email. I say that because the emails have stopped working today as well, so what a mess, eh? What a mess. I wouldn't want to be them. So yeah, thanks again to all my followers and all your kind words every week. You know, without you fellas, I would have struggled. I've struggled anyway, but struggled even more in the last 12 months or so that I've been out of work to have something to keep me on an even keel, so I don't tip over the edge and go completely insane. You guys, knowing that you guys out there really helps, and I really appreciate your support and kind words every week. And you know, there's 5 or 6, you know, 7 or 8 people particularly that are there every week in my broadcasts, and I thank you so much for doing that. It really means a lot to me. You know, you don't have to spend time with me on a Saturday and listen to my ramblings and crap music, and but you know, I enjoy doing it, and I'd only be sitting there listening to music anyway and talking to myself, so it's always good to have someone else to talk to as well. So thank you for joining in the casts and keeping me going. You know, we'll see how they go towards Christmas. Hopefully we'll do a Christmas cast. We'll go that far. We'll see how we go, you know, see what happens over the course of the next few months, because you know what life is like. Things can change very, very quickly without any notice whatsoever, and you know, you end up going down a different path completely. But so far, you know, at the moment I'm relatively happy and content. With potential good things on the horizon. If that doesn't pan out, then it's okay. You know, I've had a lot of knocks in the last couple of years, and I'm now at that point where I've got through the majority of the crap that's been thrown at me relatively unscathed. Yeah, so I'm ready for anything else that is thrown at me. I think you know, I can do it with your support, folks. I can carry on and kick someone's ass. Yeah, and it's good because you know, you always there are points in your life and your career, folks, where all it takes is a very small thing sometimes for you to take stock and go, you know what, I need to sort that out because I'm sick of that and I want to stop that from happening. And it can sometimes be a really obvious thing to do, but you keep putting it off and you go, no, I'm not going to do that, I'm not going to do that anymore. I can't face it. But you know, it's always good to say, fuck it, I'm going to do it anyway, and tidy things up, you know. So it's always good to take stock sometimes and look up at the world around you, see what it is about it that perhaps you don't like, have a little bit of a tidy up like you would in your lounge. Say, well, I don't like that, that's a negative thing, I'm going to take that out and I'm going to get rid of that. Those people are just being negative, so I'm going to get rid of that as well. I don't want to deal with them anymore. And these situations I could probably handle better. So it's always good to take stock, isn't it? And this this last 12 months or so has enabled me to do that. Why am I rambling on like this? Well, it's because it's really a big thank you, because we've gone past the point where I've done a year's worth of Homebrew Wednesday videos. I didn't realise until recently. So it's just me rambling on and saying thank you, and really appreciate your support, and keep on brewing, because let's face it, that's why we're all here, isn't it? The community in general is a good bunch of blokes with some girlies thrown in for good measure, which is always good, isn't it? We like the girls, don't we, lads? And yeah, I'm surprised by it and bemused by it in equal measures. So thank you again, folks. I'll see you, you know, soon. Maybe not next week. Maybe I might just think of something I want to talk to you about. But between now and then, happy Homebrew Wednesday. For those people that are doing the stop October thing, you know, trying to stop smoking during October, good luck to you. Hopefully you can get through it. And for those people that are doing the sober for October, I don't think many people are, but some people will be. Keep at it. Yeah. See you next time, folks. Ta-da.